Alright, guys. Welcome back. Level 100 content. Once again, going at it with Howling Blade, Final Fight. Prog Point, generally speaking, we have gotten to Enrage. We have not cleanly gotten to Enrage, so our big focus is trying to get that to be a constant so we can get to part 2. I did do a little bit of homework in terms of learning what things need to be called very quickly, but I haven't done a ton of practice in it. I have things written down. So if we do get to part 2, I'm going to shout a bunch of things in terms of where to stand, and hopefully we can execute those, generally speaking. But we'll hit that roadblock when we get there. Outside of that, I don't think there's any changes, unless anyone has anything that they've seen recently or the last 24 hours. If not, then in that case, go ahead and summon your summons, dance your partners, buddy your cardia, check your gear, make sure it is the accurate gear, melded fully, repaired all the way to a satisfactory level. Go ahead and nom 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 on your food. Make sure that you are ready to go. We'll take our breaks somewhere at the 10-15 time period, my time. And we'll just try and hit it as much as we can until then. Let me know when you're ready by hitting the S button. Run it. We are at the point where we could pot and get our way to the end. So at some point, throwing in the pot would be good. You can get 2 pots. Want to help push the run through, and then we'll probably end up pulling that back for part 2 later. Stone is out, Cardinal.
I wonder if you can keep
Revolution
up.
is out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of them.
Extra planar into our pre-positioned spots. There's not that one, the other name. Pre-positioned spot for this thing. Knockback immune.
The wind answers
Or
my call.
right or counter.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
Everyone's got a tether.
There's a lot of dead people. I don't think we're saving this.
The challenger's down.
I couldn't
Is
see
this
the
the
Dragonblight AoEs there.
Oh,
Like entirely or just like because the visual obscurity?
Like entirely. Run it again. If it happens again, I might have to restart.
I'll try it. There's a couple patterns that give you very little warning or visibility. So, we'll see. Big thing for that strategy is making sure we're very small movements, especially for like the melee, so we can leave a very
Let's begin, shall
obvious
we?
pathway for ranged players that are running.
Can the challenger defeat them in his own lair?
Same goes the other way around. You can actually
Fizz,
walk.
you're the...
Oh, yep.
Sorry, you're the one that's closer to me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be at my marker.
Out, Cardinal.
And I will not move.
I wonder if you can keep
Eminent
up.
is in.
It's as if there's a pack of him.
Alright, what is this thing called? Millennial Decay?
Yeah.
Millennial Decay, 3 position spots.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm.
Back immune.
The wind answers my call.
Right, which is counter. Pick your color. Sports have tethers. Stack up. Nice work. I have fun for that mechanic. Once the orange goes away, you are clear to walk into that AoE. So it's actually pretty accurate to the snapshot. Getting ready for some gold tossering.
Look out of the fight here.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Where did that come
Let's sprint here.
Fly true.
3 or 1. 1. Revolution. This will be out. Raise. A is for ads.
I do not have Swift.
I got him.
Good. This will be ads.
Very nice.
No damage until we get
Not
tethered.
bad. Not bad. But we've
Opposite of your
scarcely
tether.
begun.
Take a look at the color of the wolf head you're next to. That is your color. We're gonna cleanse the yellow first. Green will be next. Out if you're out. Yellow cleanse. And green. Out if you're out. Yellow cleanse. Green. Boss targetable.
Bear my biting wings.
It's really a weird burst. Something weird with the 1 minute there.
Well, because we have to come off,
Yeah.
and I think that 2 minute needs to be delayed by 2 DCDs.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. Alright, looking for newliths. I think.
Yep.
North is 2. Make sure a lot of space. You guys are stacking. We're gonna walk through the newliths. Sports are an A. DPS are spread from that.
I got ace.
Behind the wolf.
Nope.
Revolution. Out. Dang, I could do it there too. That's great. Just a reminder for our new list there, right? We got melee's tanks that are forward. The ranged and healers are in the back parts of it. Remember, you do have to dodge through the new lifts. Be very careful. The stack is bigger than the hitbox, is what I've been told. So for the people that are especially melees and tanks, make sure to give like extra room for that stack, because as you are all moving and dodging, there's a slight variation of whether or not you snapshot each other. But that should resolve us. Then we just call the rest of it. Should be fine from there, right? Was there any
Remind me
other
for after
things?
that. Yeah, ghost positions.
Yeah, ghost positions will be whatever group was not in the stack. So in that case, it would have been was DPS in the stack originally during new lists, which means support we're stacking A, and then same principle goes where we have melees are in the north section, so that would be like at 1 or 2. Potentially with the ghost being offset, you would shift over clockwise slightly, and then support's gonna go south side to like 3 and 4. Or sorry, the supports were stacking, so it'd be range players that were at 3 and 4. And then if A was slightly offset, or if you don't have a ghost like right in front of you, you just clockwise shift into it. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's always melees tanks north, always ranged healers south side. The new lith is our north, and then A-ish becomes north in the next bit.
I have a question. Does the AoE not snapshot when the first new liths go out? Like the first stack AoE?
I don't know. The animation's way delayed.
Well, that's
Think
because that's what I'm wondering, because I got hit by the second set of new liths going off there because I was like waiting for the AoE to snapshot.
Do the new
I'm
list.
pretty sure the new list will kill you before the stack goes off. Or they will hit you. I think you live because you get hit by new lists, and then the AoE.
I know what you're talking about, 8th. Don't wait for the AoE to go off. You will get clipped. It's so much tighter.
So, in that case then, should the AoE people basically run to our relative north after the first set of new liths fire? To make sure we stay stacked and we don't have people miss it?
Wait, hold on.
Well, you guys should be direct center, right?
They should be dodging into the direct center every time, right? I don't think there's a pattern where they don't.
Oh, I see what. No, okay, we're
because, good. Because apparently the new liths only spawn north, as in at 1 or at 2. I don't think there's other positions where they're facing 3 or 4. So the party will always be just off the center, and then they will dodge.
Okay, so you just dodge between the two center ones,
yeah, they do that every time. The AoE people on the melee side are doing the exact same thing, but they're just away from the stack. The ranged players are going to the wall, basically, so they're a lot safer.
Yeah, every time we'd made it through that, it wasn't ranged first, or DPS first, I should say, so I hadn't actually...
Yeah, it's the same concept.
Had to dodge the AoE and the new lith, or stack for the AoE and the new lith.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to dodge the new list a little bit, but that is probably your first and foremost.
That's fine. Now that I know what I'm
Stack's
looking
pretty
for,
loose.
it's not going to be an issue.
For tanks and melees, if you have the big AoE, the pink one or whatever, if you want to like disengage when you do the new lith dodge, just to make sure that stack is safe until we get really comfortable with it, that might be beneficial. After that, everything is pretty easy because the boss becomes untargetable. Let me know when you're good to go. Pretty clean up till. I have not started tracking damage, but I'll start looking at that as we go through ads. Oh, the other bit was I'll try and call 2 minutes when we go
Let's begin,
after
shall
the
we?
ads part.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Because it's going to have to be like delayed slightly if we want to get 1 minute's aligned with it.
Yeah, it should be 2 GCDs because I start tech step as soon as the boss is active at all.
Yeah. Stone out. Inner card.
I wonder if you can keep
Eminent
up.
is in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Nice. Millennial Decay.
With Fenrir's might,
Position spots.
I rouse a storm. The
Back
wind
immune.
answers my call.
Left. Okay, clockwise.
That is correct. So,
The challenger's down. Is this the end?
BS are tethered. Best of luck.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Okay, I've learned the trick. To call counterclockwise and clockwise, its left is clockwise and right is counterclockwise. So I just need to solve it that way first, and then I'll know the other one and call both. It's the best of both worlds. The left is left, that is left. Okay. Learn my patterns, I think. We're learning and growing.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Wind in, air card.
I wonder if you can
Revolution
keep up.
out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Position,
With
Millennial
Fenrir's
Decay.
might, I rouse a storm.
Knockback immune.
The wind answers my call.
This left, clockwise. Find your color. DPS are tethered. Back it up. Very good. Old saucer.
Must have heard. But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Sprint.
Fly true.
Either 3 or 1. 1. Eminent is in. A is for ads.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
That one's out.
other side moon.
There's a light. I find if you do your 1 minute buff right as stuff becomes targetable, I think that'll give us the exact 2 GCD.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Stone, out, Cardinal.
I wonder if you can keep
Evolution
up.
out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
So okay then.
I definitely got hit out of the arena, but gap closed to cancel it. That rotation got weird because I potted at a funny
With
time.
Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm.
That'd be good though.
The wind
Going
answers
right,
my call.
counterclockwise. Check for your color. Sports are tethered. We're down a person. Compensate.
I'm gonna start throwing Haima on Alice for that.
We might have just had damage variance on the rolls. Or damage.
Nah,
performance.
Eighth and Alice are both really low compared to everybody else.
But they're not here to fight you.
Everyone else is like pretty healthy.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Up sprint.
Flying true.
4 or 2. Oop. Eminent is in. A is for ads.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Take a look at the color you're next to. That is your new color. Odd one's out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd one's out. Short yellow. Short green. Or not yet. Hold on, sorry. Now. Ah! It was
Too soon.
Dude, when I have to do the movement, trying to call the rhythm is rough. I think he was actually fine. It just the debuff fell off on my screen and it killed us anyway. I'll try not to blast out those calls. It fell off on my screen 100%. I think I might actually have to give it a second.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Wind in. Inner card.
There. I wonder if you can keep up.
Revolution out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of them.
Position millennial
With
decay.
Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my
Right
call.
counter. Check for your color. DPS are tethered. Stack it up, double check everyone's health. Gold saucer. Coming up.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Up threat.
My true.
4 or 2. 4. Eminent is in. Nice. A is for ads.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Check the color of the head. That is your new color. Odd one's out. Short yellow. Green. Odd one's out. Other side, Alice. Short yellow, it's me. Short green. Odd one's out. Short yellow. We'll just kill it. Careful coming back here. Lost targetable.
Get the whole team.
Buffs in 2 more DCs.
Bear my biting wings.
Get buff bot now. Felt a little more dangerous.
Where were the mids? Were we missing something?
How delightful.
I'll look at it later if we need to. Newlet's mechanic.
The earth is
Remember the
mine to
melee
command.
tanks are north, ranged healers are south for this, generally. 2 is north. DPS are stacking. I'm gonna dodge
Pack
through
of
Newlet's.
wolves.
Sports are A. Range are back. Find a...
We need to be at 2.
Yeah.
We're not always at a. You need to look for the ghosts.
Sorry, I'm trying to move A. Revolution's out. Almost. That mechanic, generally speaking, trying to say who is going to A. I need range players, range DPS, healers. and that second stack, you are south that time. So you are always going to be south or in the middle doing the stack, I guess, if you're in the new list bit. Tanks, melees are going in the northern part of that. If we have to rotate, if everyone's generally in the right spot, we should be able to call rotate, which is just clockwise, move into the right space so that the stack is safe. In that instance, the stack was technically needing to go closer to 2, which means that the myself would have been closer to B, 8th would have been closer to the unmarked location where we're standing now. Alice would have been closer to Delta. Moon would have been closer to like 1-ish. Everybody good with that? Let me know when you're good. Faster we spread out, the easier that becomes. And then after that's just kind of normal mechanics. Try run it again.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Stone out. Inner card.
There! I wonder if you can
Revolution
keep up.
out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Reposition for Millennial Decay.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Knockback immune.
The wind answers my
Going
call.
left or clockwise.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
DPS are tethered. Except for one of you.
The challenger rises again! Can they turn this around?
Just hold wings maybe. Okay, maybe we can survive that. Nice. Good job. Yeah, I guess if we have one dead, maybe we can just hold wings and just pray.
If I Parachol and shield early, the dot doesn't do as bad damage.
Makes sense.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in
Some gold toss.
surprising ways.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Pop sprint now.
Flying
Be
true.
at 2 or 4. It's 4. Eminent is in.
Oh no!
Gonna hurt one side.
The challenger!
Big shield. Oh, never mind. Sorry. This is ads.
I don't know. So
I thought there was damage.
I'm gonna hard res it. You don't have the mana.
I don't have the mana.
No, TBH neither of us do really.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely
You
You
begun.
have to get out of the middle real quick, Alice.
Check which side you need to be. Odd ones are out. Personals if we got them too, just to help offset the difference. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. short yellow. Green when the bone's gone. Kill him here. Ups in like 2 DCs. Ups going out.
Fighting wins.
There's ultimate.
Yay.
I feel like not just only me missed something then last goal.
Probably.
How delightful.
The mind conscience does not make that much of a difference.
Oh, I may have been muted. I
The
missed
earth
it.
is mine to
Oh.
command.
Looking for
okay.
Newlets. Focus this bit. Okay, north is 3. Guess can't be. DPS are stacking.
A pack of wolves.
Forts are going to A. Rotate. Hide behind another thing.
Rotate again.
Revolution. They're gonna be out.
And watch for the heads.
Look for the heads. Dodge the head. How did I get hit? Buster, do you have Ben Volm for this?
I believe.
Hit healer over 3, yeah. Recenter yourselves here. Moonlight. Try to call the safe corners.
Try this.
4. And then 2. 4 and then 2. DPS are spreading first. Wait for 2 cleaves. Over to 2. DPS are stacking. Wolf heads, cardinals. Windfang colors. In. Cardinal.
Ah, not enough health.
From what I've seen of the people that managed to live through it, that was good. I think we had a little bit of clipping on the second Beacon. It's a hard one, for sure. If you happen to see the third cleave go off, you can walk into the third cleave if you are a spread spot to make it slightly safer. Try not to move any bit towards other people, but if you can safely do that, that would be good too. The fourth one goes off with the stack. That will kill you. Let me know if you're good to keep going, or if you have a question, hit no. Cool. Run it back. Looking good.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Stone out, inner guard.
I wonder if you
Revolution
can keep up.
out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Lineal decay spots.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Knock back in.
The wind answers my call.
Going to the right, counter. Find your color. Sports are knocked back. Others, I mean. Ooh, somebody stepped out of a tower.
No, that was too much for the challenger.
Or we missed the tower.
I think we just missed the tower. I didn't see anyone there.
Red side?
Yeah. That was the tower day.
On a back. I think I said support knockback, but I meant tether. I'll always try to call his tether there. In case that confused anybody.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Stone out. Inner card.
I wonder if you
Eminence
can keep up.
in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of them.
Gonna hurt for some of you. Watch it. Good.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Millennial decay spot's gonna be coming up. Good position.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Back immune.
The wind answers
Going
my
left,
call.
clockwise.
The challenger's down. Is this the end?
DPS and one support has tether.
My W key's not working. Give me a minute.
That's the most important key, though.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
I'll be right back.
How are you supposed to get the win? How are you supposed to get the dub if you don't got dub? Take a second. For those that have looked ahead to the part 2 stuff, like we've been looking at, are there any questions on any of that that we could clean up now in terms of how we're resolving it? Big thing in part 2 is obviously moving fast to certain locations, which I will do my best to call ahead of time. I will probably use terms like light parties, which is always going to be the southwest and southeast like platforms, most instances, I guess. Got south, which is going to be marked. We can always reorient. There are a couple things where like tanks have to be in their own spot that is very difficult to like call when the party has to move very quick. So tanks, you'll have to know, generally speaking, where you're gonna have to be for those. In terms of like invulns and whatnot, I don't know when we're gonna have access to because of what we're using in part 1, but I'm pretty sure most groups
Invulns are used at the end of
all
the fight.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, you should. You should definitely do it at the end.
What I've been seeing is that you typically take the first stack at the final enrage as a team with Mitt. You then have one tank invuln the next tower thing, platform. The following one, there's 2 variations. You either have the next tank use their invuln right there if they have it available, or depending on, I think it's warrior specifically, sometimes they switch these next ones around, but you'll basically invuln second platform, you'll invuln the platform after that, which is the third one. The fourth one, the tanks take together with all their mitt. And then the final tower, the party takes until you kill it. In theory, in Biss, you probably won't see the final tower, which will be nice. We can kind of blow all the mitt earlier. But for Frog standpoint, we're going to be getting hit a lot. Another big important thing, if you haven't seen it in videos, is when you are in light parties in Part 2, or I should say, I guess, Group 1 and Group 2, right? Light parties. In the Southwest and Southeast, there are parts where you'll want to stay close to the inside of the arena and your little platform. One, because it's almost exactly the 30 alm range for a lot of the like spammed healing stuff. But also for I think the second or third time we do it, buffs come up while we're split, and so you need to be close enough for those buffs. I'll try to call those as it happens. But I mean, while I'm doing my rotation, I'm not gonna be as keen to it. We'll try to get those as well. Basically, anytime we're doing the stacks, try and take those on the close inside of the tower or platform. Another big thing that's really important to do if you have like this off time when we're waiting for people, make sure that you understand how heroes something, what's it called? Heroes Blow. Try to figure out how Heroes Blow looks from both the like back side of the boss, the front of the boss, the side of the boss. It is extremely difficult to call how that works other than the fact that it is coming. Heroes Blow is the part where he holds his sword up and he cleaves half of the arena. Half of the arena means 2 platforms become completely unsafe on the side he cleaves. And then the one that he directly looks at, half of that gets cut. So there are only 2.5 platforms that become available to stand in for Heroes Blow. I've been told there's a cursed pattern after doing the near far tethers mechanic, where you have to kind of split up and try and bait it. There's a pattern where like some people are just going to be really gonna have a hard time getting to a safe spot. Generally speaking, if you're at the back of the boss, you can just slide to his correct safe side. If you are directly on the wrong side of him, like the big sword's looking like it's going to cleave right over top of your head, you are safer going in front of the boss, because the front of the boss will always have half of a platform safe. So you would always want to prioritize that. This is the kind of knowledge that you'll need to have so that when you see it, you have a better chance of surviving. So watch a couple clears of it. You can kind of get an idea of what it would look like. It's really tough because he doesn't have a cast bar, so you don't know actually really when it goes off. And sometimes his angling, like he might be attacking the tank, he might just pull out his sword without changing orientation. And then that is obviously, it could delay your thinking process, right? So knowing how to move fast in those instances is gonna definitely help. Alan, are you still on the mic? Maybe you step away. Pico, are you helping him or are you still here? Sounds like still helping. What other tips and tricks do I have that would be useful? There's one thing that I'm not sure how I would call it. One of the hardest mechanics in Part 2 is the dang tether thing. If you're looking at our raid plan, this is twofold Tempest. This is slide 13, or I guess technically 12. When you get into position for it, because we end up getting like tethers and baits and stuff. Because the boss is in the middle of the arena, it's really hard to see who's got what and when it comes out. So the first couple times it's probably going to be a little rough. I don't know what I'll be able to see given my angle, because I'll be completely blind to like half of the arena from where I'm probably standing. So we're going to have to be a bit creative in how we set this up. But I'm pretty sure, unless I'm completely mistaken, if you split the arena in half during Twofold Tempest, between west and east, the side the tether's on will always be doing baits 1 and 2 with the tether, which means that the ranged and the healer are always going inside the hitbox of the boss to bait the close, like, cleave thing that he does, which you can see at, like, slide 15. It's baited by proximity. That should always be a healer and ranged pair. It should either be the ones on the east side or the west side, depending on which side the tether starts on. And then after that, it'll always be the melee and tank of the side that they didn't start on. Well, that's kind of like a quick indication of who's doing those baits. The tether always resolves on either east or west and then gets passed over, and from there it's kind of straightforward how that works. You take that tether in the back of your platform so you have a lot of room to still work with. Otherwise you cover up your warp spots. So. Alright, it seems like we're good to go. Ready, check us here. Back in the instance. Everything good with the keep?
Should be.
Oh,
I know.
we'll keep running it. I was just looking at the notes that I've had, my tips and tricks for part 2 while you guys are out.
Okay.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Wind in, inner card.
There! I wonder if you can
Revolution
keep up.
out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Dashing through the middle, that's so cringe. Why is that one delayed? Try to make a better habit to not hit that.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm.
Good position. Knockback immune.
The wind answers
Right.
my call.
Counter. Find your color. Sports a tether. Buster.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Sprint.
Fly true!
4 or 2. 2. Eminence is in. A is for ads.
Not bad. Not bad.
Opposite of your tether.
But we've scarcely begun.
Check your new color. Odd ones are out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Short yellow. And short green. Odd ones are out. Short yellow. Short yellow. Okay. I suppose works.
Bear my
7 seconds
fighting
out.
wings.
Send our buffs.
Still you stand. How delightful.
Looking for the new list. That'll be your new north.
The earth
can
is
actually go on any
mine to
inner card.
command.
North is 2. Yes, are stacking. I'm gonna dodge
Pack
the
of
list.
wolves.
Sports are at A. Rotate. Find the things. Revolution out.
Oh, I got it. Someone is dead. I'm really confused.
Out.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Yeah, we're a mile away from healer LB. Come back. Remember that second Newlith set, you can quickly move out to your spot. You should know who it is based on who's the stack.
Let's
And then
begin.
you can
shall
rotate
we?
afterwards. It's probably the fastest way to resolve that.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Stone out. Cardinal.
There. I wonder if you can keep up. Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Wind in. Cardinal.
There. I wonder if you can keep
Revolution. Out. AFK spots. Knockback immune.
The wind
Going
answers
left,
my
clockwise. Find your color. Sports are tethered. Nice.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come
Sprint.
Flying true.
So it'd be 3 or 1. 3. Eminence is in. Ace for ads.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Check the new head. That is your new color. Odd one's out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Short yellow. Down the tank. Short green. And odd ones are out. Short yellow. And short green. And the wolves are rampant. Blues are on the wall. Or what was it? I don't even remember which tank died, but one of the tanks died. Wall?
It was me, but I don't know. I was against the wall. Just
It looks like
leave stuff.
killed by the single person.
Okay, that's what I
Cone?
wanted to check. If
Fine.
Because if the odd person out is hitting the tanks, the way you need to be odd person out, let's just say Alan here is already in his spot, right? He's doing the little dragon. Eighth, can you be my dragon, please? Perfect. If the party is over at 4, right? Or in between the light-colored 4 and dragon, right? If you are taking the bait as the solo odd one out, do not do it like this opposite of the party, because this creates a weird angle that can clip your tank. Instead, try to point it inward. You can pretty much stand on this circle. It should not target anybody on the other side, because realistically the angle's inaccurate for them to be able to hit, because they should also be opposite of each other. So try to be on the inside ring. Obviously not touching the thing, you don't have to be that close. But if you do this, your square or rectangle hitbox creates a lot safer spot for your tanks. Make sense? Alright, let's run it. Starting to get a bit of a rhythm of it. Lenses have been pretty good.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Stone out, Cardinal.
There! I wonder
Eminent
if you can
in.
keep up.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of them.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Big position. Knockback immune.
The wind answers
Going
my
left,
call.
clockwise. Find your color. Sports are tethered. Very nice. Red saucer.
But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Where did that colossal thing come
Pop
from?
sprint.
Fly true!
Either 3 or 1. 1. Revolution is out. Ace for ads. Very well done.
Not bad, not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Check the new color you're at. Odd one's out. Careful the baits. Or yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Careful your bait. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Careful the baits. Short yellow. Watch health. Okay. To be honest, I thought we did the green too early. Turns out you just killed it. Very good. About 10 seconds till buffs. Don't forget
Bear my
mitigation.
fighting wings.
Buffs can go out.
Still you stand. How delightful.
New lifts are going to come up. Ready to orient yourself for north.
The earth is mine to command.
2 is north. Sports are stacking.
A pack of wolves.
DPS are A. DPS are A. You're up there. I'm no longer calling.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
I think your first instinct was right, Sugar. I got a AoE on me because Akiko was dead.
Yeah, I just saw you there, so I was like, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I just want to make sure you're good. Yep. Just run it back. Really good getting up there. Like up to that point. Like Nuliths is our like biggest prog at the moment. Just making sure we dodge those Nuliths first and foremost, and then make sure we're spread. Getting fast at that would be really good.
My brain was fighting muscle memory.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
I'll tell you what, it just feels not good to not do stupid clock terrestrial.
Lock is
Shit
kind of
sucks.
goofy. You can pre-position, but weird. Stone? Out. Hard.
I've just seen so many people mess it up at this point that I'm like, it can't be that good of a strat.
I wonder if you can keep
You just have to
up.
learn it 2 different ways. Like there's 2 different types of dodges. Eminent is in. Eminent will be in. Everyone hope and pray? Didn't pray hard enough, sorry.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
Shake that one off. Away from your screen. Take your head out. Re-posture. Set it up. Go again. Sometimes it helps to look around your room. You don't get that locked head.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Wind in, Cardinal.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Revolution is out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of them.
Millennial something something
With
positioning.
Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Knockback immune.
The wind answers
Going
the
right,
call.
counterclockwise.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
Oh my god.
It's kind of a mix of everything.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger!
Yeah. I think if we have one down, would it be best to just not res them? Because the time that we successfully did, we brought Alice back just to die again because she misses all the mitt in the stacks.
It's fine if it's a DPS, but I can't solo heal the multi-stack.
Oh, that's true. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess if it's a healer, you kind of need him. Yeah. All right. Fair.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Wind in, inner card.
wonder if you can keep
Eminent
up.
in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Trade wide. Watch your health.
Are you?
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
Took more damage
With
from something.
Fenrir's might,
Alice was
I
in the
rouse
stack.
the storm.
One yields a case, increase position spots. Trying to get into your spot here. Okay, knockback immune now. You're going to the right, counterclockwise. Check your color. Sports are better. Buster.
Must have hurt, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
On the sprint,
Fly
either
true.
4 or 2. 2. Revolution is out. Good. A's for ads.
Not bad, not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Check the head you're next to. That is your color. Odd ones are out. Careful the bait. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Careful the bait. Short yellow. And that's not good. Wait, did we?
That was also a double yellow.
That was
wasn't
double
green.
yellow. Yeah, I just realized that was double yellow. Did we just run into it by chasing it too close? I think that might have been what happened. Or I don't know if the same person can double pop it, but keep it in mind. Stay clear of bubbles. Unless it's your turn. We'll run it back. Check on your food too. Mine's about to fall off. That'd have been embarrassing. Imagine I die. If I don't have food active.
Let's begin, shall we?
About 1 or 2 K overkill.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Probably would have happened if we made it to the enrage. Yeah, 3 minutes on it. Yeah, man, that might have been enough.
The enrage is like 6 minutes.
Stone out, Cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Revolution out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's
Millennial decay
might,
spots.
I rouse the storm.
Knockback immune.
The wind
Going
answers
right,
my
counter.
call.
Check your color. DPS are tethered. Nice. Buster.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Hop sprint.
Fly true.
We either 2 or 4. 4. Eminence is in.
Come on.
AS for ads. No more damage.
That works.
Yes. Maybe 1 melee or auto attack. Count that.
Not bad. Not bad.
Opposite your tether.
But we've scarcely begun.
Check your new color. Make sure you know it. Odd ones are out. Careful the bait. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out again. Careful the bait. Short yellow. Short green. Hope you're not targeted. Odd ones are out. Careful the baits. Short yellow. And short green. It's dead. We're about 10 seconds away.
Bear my biting wings.
Buff up.
Still you stabbed. How delightful.
Looking for the newlets. Be very quick with this.
The earth is
Get
mine
into your
to
spot
command.
preemptively once you find north. North is 2. Norths are stacking. Dodge
Pack of
newlets.
wolves.
DPS are stacking at A. At A. Rotate. Revolution. Out. Revolution is out.
Watch for the heads.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
I don't have anything.
Heads.
Are you serious?
We're still dead on new lists. I think we
No.
did the stack correctly. Am I mistaken? Do we have everyone up for ghost?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
It
we
was
just had the
fine.
incorrect ghost spots. Just for the sake of clarity.
Oh, I'm sorry. I muscle memoried. That was me.
You're doing colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Thankfully, my color is my normal spot.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yours is not.
Just for fun, so I'm very aware of it. If I have my support stack in the middle for me, can I get my DPS to show me where you are relative? All right. After that, the A marker is over here. Can I have my now DPS stack at A and have everyone else go to random colored markers that match your spot?
Yeah.
If we swap this, can we swap the DPS and the supports? That's how fast it's got to be. Let's run it back. Thank you.
Have fun in
Preemptively
PF,
thinking.
Akiko.
Preemptively thinking is how we get through that.
Have fun in PF stuff in between those spots.
I fucking know.
Did they not do it the... I thought we switched this way because it was what? The
Well,
standard.
considering they do clock spot terrestrials, they also just do color partner for the ghosts as well. Because it's not even targetable anyway, so you don't lose anything by having your melee weapon on color button.
Nice. I'll try to remind you if again. Wind is in. Cardinal.
Yeah. At the same time, my 2 button on my mouse stopped working.
Wow. Revolution is out. Revolution out.
Oh, y'all just having hardware issues.
Yeah. It didn't fix either, so I have to click the buttons I have on 2. Yeah.
It's happening to me with some mod fix stuff a while ago.
We got Millennial Decay. We're ahead by McKay.
Fenrir's might.
Reposition.
Oh my god, use the thing.
Knock back in you.
The wind answers
Gonna be going
my
right,
call.
counterclockwise. Find your color. Sports are tethered. Back it up. Great divide. Non-mechanical. As we trivialize it with impact.
But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in
Old saucy
surprising
type.
ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Up sprint.
Fly true.
Either 4 or 2. 2. Eminence is in.
What? Wow.
We raise through it.
Yeah.
Should be ads. There's no damage. We might be good. Might need a clemency help here a little bit.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely
Find your
begun.
opposite sides. Should be back to relatively normal. Check your head. Keep in mind we do have weakness on a healer now. Odd one are out. Careful to bait. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Careful the baits. Short yellow. And short green. Bring it back to the boss a little bit. Off some like 2 GCs here.
Bear my fighting
Buff it now. Don't forget the mitt.
Still you stand.
Weakness will be falling off, so we should be good as normal for healing and all.
The
Looking
earth
for
is mine
the
to command.
Nulets. One is north. Sports are stacking. Dodge the
Pack
Nulets.
of wolves.
DPS will stack at A. It is true. Dodge into the other. Revolution. Out.
Watch for the heads.
Out. Watch heads. This is a buster, however you're doing this.
I do not have Swift for him.
Upper tanks out.
Innocent. I evoked it, but she had yanked it.
I see.
Yeah, I shared as the damn thing popped up on me.
Back in Moonlight, I'll call the spots. Just get into our spots for it. We are at 4. And then we're going to go 1. 4, then 1. Sports are stacking. Move over to 1. DPS are stacking. North south. It is stone out. Cardinals.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
I have faint for this.
Magic! But will they be enough to turn the tide?
Buffs are out. Hot.
It is crazy how long that takes for me to move.
Mm-hmm.
Or were you the one that had that stack?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Like, I wish rescue just pulled me out of it, but it doesn't.
No, you're still stuck.
I moved you.
I think we just have a couple raid wide, one more raid wide, and then enrage
Yeah.
after this.
We're dead after this.
This has gone on long enough.
Oh, it's just,
Victory
It's
is
so
mine.
cheeky that
Yeah.
you can live it, but you're just dead anyways.
Mm-hmm. It was like there's no point in mitting it.
yeah.
Well, technically, he will actually do
Is
the
that a
damage, and
dots?
you can kill him.
Yeah. Can you kill him with dots there, or does he be untargetable? Untargetable. Probably.
He becomes
untargetable.
untargetable, but I have had a group that actually killed him, and half the raid group died because
Yeah, probably.
we didn't
propagates.
yeah.
We are very close. Very, very close. Keep running it back. Actually, we'll run this.
Oh
one.
heck no! I'm doing my break time, bro.
You want to do break now? All right, we'll do break. No one bought it. No,
I said
no-
yes.
No, nobody bought it. I don't think.
Let's begin, shall we?
Oh, why did you do it?
We'll do a
I
break.
was
Come back
waiting
at
till we got
16 after.
clean.
Does that work?
Okay.
Yeah.
16 after. We'll come back. If you need to take a look at anything for parts that you've had trouble with in what we just did, my POV is kind of good. Or you can also look at other guides and stuff. Also, be ready for the beginning of part 2. Because if it happens and you're unprepared, it's going to look pretty obvious since we're the move fast.
I have a feeling I know which part people are gonna be slow at.
I would say.
Others?
Others is probably
don't think
a
we're gonna-
dream if we get there.
I don't think we're gonna get that far in the first run, but
Realistically, the biggest thing is getting Heroes Blow positioned. Actually, yeah, like right after Heroes Blow, getting set back up in your groups for Ultraviolet Ray 2 is probably one of the bigger things. There's a lot of use eyes mechanics, to be fair. You can kind of use eyes the whole way through up until the tanks get their cleave and buster thing. Moon Cleaver. Moon Cleaver is the only one that you like actually have to know how it resolves. Everything else you can kind of resolve with your eyes. if you position well, it makes it easier. At least that's my understanding. Yeah, let's step away. Anybody pre-ordering the Switch 2 tonight? From any one of your local retailers?
I'm Canadian. That shit is almost $700. I am not doing that.
I feel so bad for that. That's horrible.
It's kind of a shit console, so no.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird instance because I think the Switch 2 will be worth it in terms of the items that'll be on it. But when you look at the longevity of it and the total cost of not only the console but the games themselves, because we don't know like the price of what the new Pokemon game will be or any of the new like whatever Breath of the Wild 3 they come out with, that'll probably end up on the Switch 2. Like those games could inflate the cost and you don't really have an idea what they're going to be priced at, so it's kind of a rough one.
The problem is at this point, I think the only thing I would get it for would be Pokemon, and maybe
Exactly.
whatever.
And
3D
even
Mario.
that game, I was gonna say, and even the Pokemon
And
might be bad.
It's going to be bad is the problem. Like Legends Arceus looks shitty.
Arceus looked like their better one.
Or sorry, not Legends. The
You're
new
talking
one.
Scarlet Violet. Yeah, Scarlet Violet
no,
had a lot of problems.
No. The new one that's coming out, the one that takes place entirely in the city.
Oh, Z?
ZA.
Yeah.
Yeah, ZA.
Yeah, the Arceus 2, or whatever you
Yeah,
call
like it looks shitty.
it. Yeah, I'm not nearly as keen for that. I need to see something more on it before I'm like just a diehard.
At this point, I think if I get the urge to play Pokemon, I will just step into the weirdly intense world of Pokemon ROM hacks.
I've been through the entire thing. I think I've played every ROM hack that's like relatively difficult.
I only get Switches for... I get Nintendo products for Pokemon, that's it. I don't care about the other games.
Maybe I'll find a way to rig up my Switch and stream it, if I even get one.
Instead of streaming it, you could just like send me your Switch and I'll play it.
I'll do like a, be like Twitch plays Pokemon, but it'll just be my YouTube chat, and you can sit there and play it.
Oh, I love that.
You'll play it through the YouTube chat. It'll just be you. It'll be great. But at a
Okay.
time that no one else is on. I'm sure I can code that. It's probably not that hard. Actually,
Yeah.
the only thing that would be hard is interfacing with the Switch. Anyway, welcome back to level 100 content, everybody. Which is coincidentally the highest level of Pokemon. Go ahead and summon your summons, dance your partners, buddy or Cardia. Check your gear, make sure it's the same gear, accurate, melded. Extract all the materia from it. Prepared, satisfactory level. Nom 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 on your food, make sure it is good to go. We are going to run about an hour and 10-ish. And we'll see where we are from there. Let me know when you're ready. I hit the S button. Big thing we're trying to do, clean up the newlets. Make sure we're good on those and consistent. And then after is that Moon Cleaver, which we're pretty good at, leading into like the north-south or east-west into the random thingy he does.
Let's begin, shall we?
Gotta get fast at that.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Wind in Cardinal.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Revolution out.
Some speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Get him when he gets those.
Be good. We're just heading into Millennial pre-position spots. Millennial Decay.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Knockback immune.
The wind answers
Right,
my call.
counter. Find your color. DPS feathered. Check our heals. Kind of low. Still pretty low. Good.
Had to get mitts out first.
Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. Buster. Watch as he skillfully dodges the blade. 0 damage taken. A master dodge.
But they're not out of the fight yet.
He's just that good.
Fenrir's power
He's just
can
that
be
good.
wielded
It's
in
just that simple.
surprising ways.
Have some gold saucer.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Up sprint.
Fly
Either be a
true.
4 or a 2. 2. Eminent is in. Ada adds. Well done.
Not bad.
Opposite your tether.
Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Check your new color. Odd ones are out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Watch your angles. Short yellow. Need my short yellow.
Oh, I'm terrible. That's no
Try to do
good.
short green if you can. Yeah. I don't know if there's a way to recover that if you miss, because the timer blows up by the time that all activates.
My bad. I was focused on health.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we can run it back.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Wins. Intercroc.
There! I wonder if
Eminent
you can keep up.
in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Pretty goods. Heading into Millennial Decay.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my
They're
call.
going right. Just counter. Check your color. DPS or tethered. DPS or tethered. I don't know why that one took me so long to figure out. But we did it. Looks good. dodged it by jumping this time. That was very cool.
But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Pop sprint here.
Fly true.
Either 3 or 1. 3. Revolution is out. A for ads.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Check your new color. Odd one out. Careful of the angle. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Careful of the angle. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Short yellow. Watch our health here. Okay, it's dead. Starting the boss. Buffs will be in about 10 from now. Don't forget mitigations. Buffs will go out.
Still you stand. How delightful.
Looking for the new liths.
The earth is mine to command.
2 is north. UPS are stacking. Should have dodged through.
Pack of wolves.
Sports are stacking at A. Rotate, rotate. Keep going. Revolution is out.
Watch for those heads.
We're at the heads after. Heads. Very good. Very nice. Preemptive Buster. Great job, guys. Setting up for Moonlight. Try to call it safe spots. 2, and then 4. DPS are stacking. Now for 2, and then we're going over to 4. Go to 4. Watch Cardinals.
Too much for the challenger.
Stone out, spread. Enter card. There'll be 3.
The challenger's down.
Should be Tumult after. Come back in. I'll have Faint. Buffs up and pots.
I fucking didn't have him targeted. Fuck.
Have the boss targeted?
Yeah, because I was trying to pull Alice to the middle since she had the stack. And then I can't Numa when I don't have a target. Blah, 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 blah.
I was like, what skill needs a target? The one skill that needs a target.
The one that's my big steal.
It's fairly good. Gotta make sure we're really careful on those objective Moonlights. Moon and I think, flipped each other just because it was proximity too close. As far out as you can for the wall, for the range. Sorry, I'm eating a Pop-Tart. And then the melees can kind of mix in based on where you guys can anchor, because it's a lot easier for the outside edge to see like where the cardinal is. If you're at the wall, it's a little easier to make that determination.
Right here.
We need you like, yeah, at the very edge of the wall, because we'll line up as melees, and this goes for tanks and healers, right, as well. Tanks and melees will try and line up with you up to the point where they can't, because that will make them safe across the whole rest of the mechanic. But if we have to go too far forward, be away, then I think that's where Moon and I clipped each other. There's wiggle room across all sides. Not saying it was one way or the other, but that'll make it easiest to anchor from that point. I think it was the hardest pattern too, because we had to cross all the way through. After those stacks and spreads, whatever, go off, you can work your way to the middle of the arena, make it easier to cross through to whatever side you need to after. Try and orient. The last little thing, if you are a melee, so Moon, myself, the tanks as well, if you see the third cleave go off, you can walk into that third cleave. I think I was next to the fourth one, so I couldn't do it that instance, but you can just like leave away from the other melee or tank. It'll make that a lot safer as well. That's probably the best person to do that. I think having the range stay anchored is probably the safest thing, so that they don't touch the wall or accidentally walk too far forward. So we'll just have ranged anchor, but the melees and tanks, if you see that third one go off, try and slide into it. You'll separate yourself from the rest of the party, because they go off with the fourth one. Sound good? Let's run it again. We're really close.
Important question phase.
What's that?
What flavor?
Oh, Pop-Tart?
Yeah.
Strawberry.
Hell yeah.
Based.
Let's begin, shall we?
Just a goated flavor right there.
It's pretty good.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Guess I know what I'm eating after raid.
Gotta drive to the store, pick me up a Pop-Tart.
Oh, I have them already. I don't have to do that.
Very good. Stone is out. Cardinal.
Yeah, I am having Taco Bell.
I wonder if you can keep
M8S
up.
is in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Hack him, get it? This is like a wolf.
Yes.
So funny.
With Fenrir's
Like I
might,
see, started getting in
I
position in the
rouse
wall.
the storm.
Tired of the jokes.
You're just ready to keep going. Knockback immune.
The wind
And
answers
right.
my call.
Counterclockwise. Find your color. Sports are tethered. Gotten quite good at that. Good job, guys. Stop. He's evasive maneuvers. He's using evasive maneuvers.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing
I'll
come
sprint
from?
with this. Either 1 or 3. 1. Revolution. Out. Ace for ads. one with like 44%, 43%.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep track of that now.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Check your new color, make sure you memorize it. Odd ones out, careful of the bait. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Careful of bait. Short yellow. Watch health. Oh.
I fucking hail ticks are cringe.
I think we're toast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I pop star, everyone gets the heal, and Sugar gets it last. This dog shit game.
You gotta play around the crit. Well, Pokemon saying.
I hate this so much.
Yeah, if there's something else that we have got to do there to make sure he lives it either way.
Hey, I asked the tanks. They said they don't need anything. They said they were healthy, you know?
I'm saying anybody. Anybody can do it. Somehow he's gotta live though.
Let's
Would
begin,
tanks like
shall
to
we?
restatement their
Can the challenger
needing
defeat
help
the
on
wolf
those?
in his own lair?
Maybe this time it'll magically be fixed. Like my internet. I believe. Stone out. Cardinal.
It's crazy that you say your internet is magically fixed, like it wasn't a 2-week grind.
I wonder if you can keep
You know,
up.
you're not wrong. Revolution
The
is out.
self-control to not yell at internet people would be crazy.
Revolution.
I'm
Speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
I don't think I can get this cast. I lost the cold slightly early.
With Fenrir's
Millennial
might,
Decay.
I rouse the storm.
Knockback
The
two.
wind answers
This is
my
right.
call.
Counter.
The challenger's down.
Let's do it without her. Just check what you have. There's gonna be somebody that has an odd roll. Big heal.
The challenger rises again. Can they turn this around?
Personals have got him.
Oh, just barely. Big heal.
Okay, we might actually be able to continue. If anything, for practice, it'd be fine.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight game.
Okay.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Could be worse.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Flying
One or
true.
three. Up sprint. One. Eminent. In. A is for ads. %, 4% different, but if we don't have the healer, it'll be.
Not
Maybe it's still
bad.
clearable.
Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Check your color of the head. Odd ones out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Careful the bait. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Careful to bait. Short yellow. Watch health. Short green. You have a chance. Bring in boss. Very good. Buffs in like 2 DC.
Bear my fighting
Don't forget the mitt. Buffs are out.
Still you stand. How delightful.
Looking for the newlets. Try to get pre-positioned to your spread spot in case it is.
The earth is mine to command.
Who's north? DPS are stacking. Dodge newlets.
Pack of wolves.
Sport stacking at A. Rotates. Dragon heads. Eminent is in.
Dragon heads after.
Dragon head. Buster. Second Moonlight will be after this. As a reminder, the third person, or third cleave you can walk into if you're a melee or tank. Try to call the spots here.
Try this.
3. And we stay at 3. You can just stay here. You can slowly get into your new spots. North-south, or east-west, I guess. Wind. Cardinals, inside. Wind inside. Good. Tumults. Got faint for it. Pots. Everything you got.
I'll be 3.
I got it. Glad you mentioned it now, just to make sure. Cool. Alright, we have
No.
time to pull up anything you might need for the raid plan.
We're gonna go to light parties first. Do make sure you're like close to the boss so healers can hit you with shields and other mid.
Yeah, I'll try to call them out.
After light parties, Conga.
I'm gonna call a couple of things as we go. Assuming I can get this to show up. Okay. Starting out with our light parties, make sure buffs can go out first. I think we have buffs or something like that towards the end here. Do we have buffs? We might be able to just go right
No,
here.
because we just used them.
Yeah, I think it's
so no, we
1
won't.
minute. Yep, so we can get out to our light party groups. Inside, make sure you're available for healing.
Now I fight with everything I have. Prepare yourself.
After this, we soft spread,
Conga line.
conga line.
Who tanks
1 on each platform.
healers
No escape.
Alice go.
and
Alice stay.
dodge the lasers
Dodge the lasers.
Alice go. Up.
and go back. We have tank bucksters.
Will you be able to stay on
We go
Wanna
back
be
to
south.
south platform. We do not have the market.
I knew it. I knew when I couldn't see it below us, it was the wrong one.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Can you
Both
put?
of mine are.
Okay,
I mean-
first of all, just so we're completely clear on that. What just happened was starting the mechanic. We split into light parties. Boom, big hit. We are relatively speaking inside, so we can heal across the arena. Make sure you stay inside after the attack goes off, because we do need to be healed after the big hit, right? Once we're in a safe spot and healed, we spread out into our little conga line. Generally speaking, it should entail slide 4, 5, 4. What the hell is it? Slide 2.
Slide
Slide 2 of
two is
our
combo.
thingamabob. Melees are at the bottom. Tanks are at the top. Ranged are next to your melee friends. Healers are also relatively north. Doesn't super matter. What really matters is you're in a conga line. The team that has 3 people, this was the east side in this orientation, would have the furthest south person go to the south home base platform. The person that was in the middle on the east side stays on that platform. The person on the north side goes north on that orientation. On the other end, west side, you had 2 people targeted. One person stays, the northern person goes north. That puts 1 person on every single platform. If you had nothing, you can technically do whatever you want. You can stay there, or you can work your way back south because we will eventually need to be there as well. The back of them, the Newliths, will target half of each platform. You have to self-dodge that. It's different for each platform. Following that, we're all back south. The tanks will stay on the light party platforms. They will take their busters there. I do not know how much it hurts, so
It hurts.
hopefully you look that
A
up.
fucking lot.
I'm pretty sure that is like the biggest tank buster. That
Do we kitchen sink it?
actually somebody lived, didn't they? Who was alive there?
I was alive, but I didn't have any mint for it.
What'd you throw on it? You know?
Everyone was dead. I didn't even.
Because you lived, didn't you?
I don't think so.
No way. 532,000.
Oh, well then never mind. It does 500 something thousand, so you're gonna need at least 50 to 60 mint. You know, diminishing returns and all that. After that, everyone's back to their light party orientations. We do the marker spreads again pretty quick. Well, actually, I think we go south for the hero's blow. Is that right?
It'll be
Yeah, we do hero's blow first. I need to make
yeah,
sure I
tank
mark that.
busters in out, left, right, conga again, light party again, and then cleaver bait.
I've got I got a thing that will help me call that out. I got notes on the side. So if you're ever lost at any point, I will try to tell where the people need to be, but I need everyone to know how it resolves. Is that cool? Let me know when you're ready. Continue.
Mage, for the tank buster, do you just want to oh my god, I can't speak. Focus on sugar, and I'll put my mitts on Alan.
It's not like all my macros are for the target of target.
Oh.
Shouldn't
Oh,
it be the other way around since I'm on Mage's platform?
I was
Either
just
way.
because I was gonna throw I'm on you since you're taking autos, but I can put my stuff
true.
on sugar instead.
It's just easier for me to do stuff on the main thing because all my macros are set to give stuff to him.
Well,
Oh, that's
sugar,
fine then.
sugar will vote for a second. No.
Just to, yeah.
Just for the macro.
Don't forget, you might actually have to vote during Mooncleaver. It looks like it's that tank buster and then Mooncleaver, and then we don't have any tank busters for a while. So
Yeah, after Mooncleaver, you have
during-
the huge downtime of twofold Tempest.
I think
during
we can
the
really use cooldowns.
During the laser pass mechanic, you tanks do take a lot of damage. Just
Oh, wow.
autos,
Oh, okay. Well, that's not.
I
but
mean,
they hurt.
we should be fine with our 40% because we both have the best 40%. So like
Yeah, that's
we
true.
could just 40% in our 20-second, and then we'll save Rampart in our single for the auto.
And then okay, we invuln it during the enrage. That's what it was.
Yeah, your invulns are at the very end.
Okay.
For Prague, if things are really bad, feel free to just call the invuln because, like, I'd rather see through stuff, you know, if it's possible.
True. Yep.
Just make the call. Let's run it again. That was kind of a bit of a scuff run. We went 48% going into ads, but we did manage to at least survive through the rest of it. We got the LB3 at the end. Imagine if we can do it cleanly, we'll be pretty
Let's begin,
well
shall
ahead.
we?
Damage check.
I'll actually start plotting now.
If you haven't been potting, 2 pots are available during this part 1. We will eventually need to bring those back so that we have a pot in Part 2. But that requires us to be completely clean in this first one. Stone out, inner card.
I wonder if you can
Eminent
keep up.
in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Millennial Decay.
With Fenrir's might,
Reposition.
I rouse the storm.
Knockback immune.
The wind answers
They go
my
right,
call.
counterclockwise. Look your color. Sports are tethered. Epic dodge.
But they're not out of the fight yet.
Honestly surprised no one reacted.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
He did it during twos. Everyone was focusing on rotation.
Yeah.
Sorry about hotbar.
Where did that colossal thing
I was trying not to fall asleep.
I saw it. 3 or 1? 1.
Been yawning this whole raid sesh.
Revolution out. I don't trust it. Not gonna hit it. Ace for ads. I probably can hit both of those.
Holy mother. Gonna be a 43.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
We're obviously staring at their hotbars for 2 minutes.
We've scarcely begun.
Check your colors. Odd ones out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones out. Short yellow. And short green. Bring it in to kill it. Nice. Buffs are up in 10 from now.
Bear my biting wings.
Don't forget Mitt. Buffs can come out.
Still you stand. How delightful. The earth is mine to command.
Looking for newlets. 1 is north. You guys are stacking. Dodge
Pack of
newlets.
wolves.
Sports at A. It's true.
Oh shit! I didn't realize.
Dodge behind. Eminent in.
This run might be a little screwed.
Big prey.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
Kinda hopeless. Tank Buster. Try to dodge it. Nice dodge. Question. Akiko, did you have a thing on your head?
I did.
A spread?
It's because we had a DPS down.
Gotcha. I just now caught on to why you were confused.
Yep.
I'm making sure that I was in the right spot. All right. Okay, yeah. Somebody died, then it gives a random person something. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
All right, run it back. New lists are dangerous. You always be, if you're stacking, you're always going to be like in the second row from north, always dodging into that third row. I think somebody was standing in the third row there.
Let's begin, shall we?
It's like technically possible to save someone there,
The challenger defeat the wolf.
but it's really hard if they get hit.
Yeah, depending on who it is, if they have a way of saving themselves, they think that they're in a bad spot or are risky. We'll try to run that a second wind of some kind. Cardinals in wind.
Because I've lived before taking the vuln, or not the vuln, getting hit.
Yeah, you
And
can
then
live it.
Still
I
live
wonder
the
if you can
other
keep
thing.
up.
Revolution out.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
It probably depends on how much mid is thrown there.
I don't think we have a lot because we dump a lot of it into the other thing.
Yeah. Ugh.
Could also be shield variants.
With Fenrir's
Millennial Decay?
might, I rouse the storm.
I think PF typically dumps more mid in the terrestrial.
Well, they have to because
Knockback
everybody's
immune?
taking damage.
Wind
We are
answers
going
my
right,
call.
counterclockwise.
The challenger's
Do
down.
not have Swift.
Is this the end?
Already got him.
Try to run it. Check what you got.
Not bad.
The challenger
to be safe.
rises again. Can they turn this around?
You got it. Wow, he's gaming. I think our buffs are gonna fall off here. Maybe. Battle's gonna fall off on us. Oh, we're good. Faint barely caught it. I think that's physical anyway, isn't it?
Can't remember.
Pretty sure that one is.
Must have heard. But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
So that's what happens.
So it doesn't kill you if you're a tank, probably,
My troops.
but it does give you
3 or
a
1?
damage
3
bonus.
or 1? 3.
Interesting.
Eminent in. Hey, for ads. So we have the data now.
How much damage did it do, Sugar?
We actually don't look like it did that much.
I wonder if it kills it.
Boss is
DPS or
at
something.
Not bad.
45%
Not
basically,
bad.
so not too
We've
far off.
scarcely begun.
Check your color that you're next to. Odd one out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd one's out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones are out. Careful the angles. Short yellow. Short green. Bring him in. Buffs are in 10.
Bear my biting wings.
Don't forget Mitt. Buffs going out now.
Still you stand.
Your buff not up phase, or are you holding it
How
longer?
delightful.
There's a chance mine gets delayed because of
The earth
how
is
my
mine to command.
other buff from my rotation runs, but I'm trying to call it consistently that time every time. 3 is north. DPS are stacking. Dodge Nulis.
Pack of wolves.
Sports are A. True. Rotate around. Eminent in. Got dragon heads after. Dragon heads. Buster.
Fuck those freaking assholes.
I do hate those heads.
Moonlight. I'll call the spots. Next 2 minute is pot window.
Try this.
1. And then 4. DPS are stacking. After 2 hits, we go to 4. Out. Very nice movement. North-south or east-west.
That was too much for the challenger.
Stone Fang. Inner cards out. Inner cards out. Healer LB.
They're back
For one?
on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
We're gonna need big mitt on this. If you have wings, we have to hold it for a second. Oh, we get everyone up. Drop wings.
Guess
Boss.
it'll be-
Oh, we didn't.
Alex, you gotta be way closer to that marker.
Big damage. Nice. Alright, focus for this bit. We're gonna have at the beginning light parties once again.
I need more
Everyone
power.
be in, make sure we take the damage, make sure
Then
we're
we're
healed.
unbound
We'll then
minds.
go into our conga line. Okay? Make sure you understand where your conga line setup is. People that have 3 are sending 1 person south, 1 person stays, 1 person north. The one that has 2, 1 person stays, 1 person goes north. After that resolves, we're going to have everyone go back into the south. The tanks are going to stay out into where the light parties used to be for their buster. That is the beginning of this mechanic.
No matter
Sound good?
what becomes of my body, defeat
Give it your best.
is not an option.
They moved to floating death traps.
We can get our way
How
over.
will they fight with so little room?
Now I fight with everything.
Make sure
I
you're
have.
in.
Prepare yourself.
Stay in to get healed. Conga line. 3 side has 1 person south, 1 person stays, 1 person north. Dodge Nulis behind. Everyone to C, home base. Tanks stay
Except
out.
for tanks.
Tanks, this is your buster. I'll paint this. Everyone C. Heroes blow. You can just dodge to the side, inside, left. You can just stay right here. Back to your light party.
Conga, and light party.
Figure out your
Alice,
resolution.
pull up L.
Back to light parties. I believe they're stacking. Buffs coming out. Make sure you're close for buffs. Where are we at?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
We
there's
didn't go
no
south for
flavor.
moot bait. I think that's yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. I gotta reorder my stuff. I realize it's kind of hard to keep track of. Tanks should be at the far edges. Parties should be at the not far edges during that. So wherever we drop the tower, we should be dropping C tower. Tanks will stay on the outside edges. The one that's like connected to the one that's missing now. Party will stay away from them. They need to go towards the tank that gets a marker above their head. I'm going to number these so that when I keep looking to my other monitor, I don't get lost, because all it says is light parties, light parties, light parties in a bulleted list. Okay, let me just get this. Light parties, micro spreads. Okay, I missed one thing I need to add. Bait.
I'm looking at the thing, and I'm not seeing it. What dictates northwest or northeast?
For the Mooncleaver?
Yeah.
One of the tanks will have a thingy above their head. It is one of those like bouncing arrows. That tank is the one you want to be close to. They are going to get like a AoE thing on them. The other tank is going to get cleaved. They are doing the like orientation of the Mooncleaver. So we party will go towards the tank that has that over their head. We don't go on their platform because they're going to get hit. So that'll make one safe side. Tanks have some sort of evoking thing that goes on. It's beyond my knowledge, but I'm sure they got it.
You just have to make sure you have aggro to take the Mooncleaver.
Yeah.
It only really affects me.
Okay, so yeah, you obviously know it's coming, so.
Also, I don't know about the rest of you, but there is a completely unnecessary bind right there. I don't know why it binds me, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you get lots.
unexpected.
It is just for the tanks, I think, that get targeted by the AoE thing over their head. The arrow, I'm pretty sure it binds you for like 3 seconds and then you get hit. So I think you do that because it locks in positioning for other people, so that like you can't cheese it. But it's just you. I think we're good. I made an adjustment to my thing so I can hopefully call out with bait south tower after that. Yeah, okay. Let me run a ready check for me. Adjusted my notes. Run it. Check food. Mine's about to run out. That would be embarrassing if I just keeled over.
I think my food ran out mid-pull.
Let's begin, shall we?
Ow.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know, he just caught me frame one that time.
Well, I think I asked you about buff phase because 8th and I do ours like way sooner than yours.
We're aligning it. We're aligning it with the 1 minute there.
That's actually fucking me over, by the way. Because I can't do it that early.
When I say 2 GCDs, I do 2 GCDs.
A reset.
Also,
I need, yeah, okay. If we're gonna have a big conversation, we need
I wonder
to
if
do
you
it
can
outside the
keep
ring.
up.
We're gonna pause for a minute. Let's talk about it. So the reason that that's set up that way is because when we go into ads and he's untargetable and the ads are untargetable, my 1 minute comes up, which means everyone else's that's got a 1 minute comes up. And so when we go into ads, I'm basically burning it first GCD. That 10-second delay of not being able to press my 1 minutes unaligns it from my 2 minutes, meaning we need to wait about 10 seconds or so from when your 2 minutes come up to then have the 1 minute and 2 minutes like aligned together again. Otherwise, my stuff is unaligned for the rest of the fight. Sugar has probably the same issue there, but are you burned by something else? What you're saying?
No. Like, it's just whenever you've been using it, like whenever dance has come up consistently for the last few pulls, it's been like 1 or 2 GCDs earlier than it should have been.
Yeah. We gotta pick the timing because 8th got to dance like ahead of time, right? So trying to make that consistent. I think, if I'm not mistaken, ads can be kind of goofy because I think you can earn like 2 GCDs depending on if you kill the ads fast or slow.
Yes.
But I think we always kill them fast, which means we should always be getting like the extra 2 GCDs, which is like 4 seconds. So we should be able to align our buffs with a timer. I'm going to check back on my VOD real quick because I can tell you exactly how that would look. And then you can actually just use that, hopefully.
I'm just saying, delaying those buffs like that really hurts me on trying to heal. I can't do my burst and heal at the same time. It just doesn't work.
At least in that last run, that's different. That last run had, when my 2 minutes come up, I am 5 seconds off from my 1 minutes, and my 1 minutes apply a GCD ahead of that. So you're realistically 3 GCDs. You'd have to wait.
And I'm fine with trying it, but the heal's gonna be a lot more sus because I can't do as much.
The problem is going to be that later we're going to kill them even faster, which will throw it off even more.
I think he holds still. I think the boss holds there for a minute before he does anything. Not too for sure. Let me just look at one more poll just so I can confirm the timing for you. And another poll that we did, we killed them later or earlier. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, another poll of 5 seconds. So I'm thinking 3 GCDs. If once your 2 minutes come up, hit 3 GCDs. It's 5 seconds. Or sorry, not 5 seconds. Technically it's 7 point something seconds. My 1 minutes go up early. So 7 seconds is the delay that we have. That should realign us. That work? 7 seconds? However that works for you. I guess I'm going off of my GCD speed, but I'll still try and call it out loud. But that's where my stuff's gonna be.
I'll have to see when we get there.
I'll say how late or whatever it is.
Oh man, already trying to heal there during the current buff windows being early is annoying. Going later is just gonna be harder.
Can the challenger defeat them in his own land?
If we do our MIT correctly, we haven't really been getting hurt there. So we'll try it out.
Just use your 1 minute while the boss is targetable so it all stays lined up.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Stone out.
Okay.
I wonder if you can
Eminent
keep
in.
up.
Some speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my call.
You're on right counter. Look your color. Sports are tethered.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Up sprint.
Fly true!
2 or 4. 4. Revolution. Out. A for ads. So for context, my 1 minute
Not
comes up
bad.
right now.
But we've scarcely begun.
I can't use it. I guess I could, but pick colors.
What? What the fuck?
I know what happens.
don't know.
We're gonna have to wipe. So Sugar got targeted by the line and the Buster.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Definitely
Is
did.
it actually proximity? Is it 'cause people are
I was in
waiting
the
too
same
long?
spot as I was.
Well, because I think healers are waiting in the middle, or someone is. Is that causing you to not be on the correct side and it target a random person? Is that how that works? Because there's some people that are definitely like scooting out last minute that we might need to clean that up, make it a little faster. if
That
it's
was the
targeting-
first one or the second one?
That was the very
First
first one. It
one.
targeted Sugar, which means I think there were only 3 people on that side.
I thought it targeted Alice. Oh wait, your side. Never
On
mind.
the other
I'm
side.
being
Other
dumb.
side.
I don't know. We've done like
Who's-
probably what, almost
are
100
you-
pulls of
are
this,
you
and that's
s-
only ever happened this once.
I mean, yeah, it's random chance, but are you in the middle there during that mage?
I do go out pretty late.
Okay, I think I need you out earlier then. Or at least enough to be clearly on that side. I don't know where the dividing line is, but I think you were caught on the other side in a 5 and 3 split, which is why I targeted him. It's my assumption. So any bit faster, or at least like halfway towards your spot, so it's clear that you're on this side. We'll go from there. Run it back.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Stone out, inner card.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Eminent in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Much like me spending too much time on YouTube Shorts, Millennial decaying.
Fenrir's might. I rouse the storm.
Not TikTok.
But that would be a Gen Z joke.
The wind answers
They're
my
going
call.
left, clockwise.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
We are probably.
The challenger rises again!
On
Can
the
they
tower?
turn this around?
Maybe he'll do it. Hold wings for a bit. Never good.
Yeah. If I know people are dead, it's a lot easier to just prep stuff for that.
I slided a little bit on my spot.
but they're not out of the fight yet.
Game killed me.
Fenrir's power
Pops up
can be
early,
wielded
can
in
miss the bleed, so don't
surprising
kill
ways.
us immediately. Nice.
Where did that colourful thing come from?
Sprint.
Fly true.
3 or 1. 1. Okay. Revolution. Out. A for ads.
Surprisingly, the damage isn't actually that bad off.
Yeah, it's like 4% out.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
I think this should be fun right here.
Other side, odd ones out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd ones out. Short yellow. And short green. They're gonna be 7 seconds off from now.
Bear my fighting wings.
Mitigations. Spots go out. That work?
That was good, yeah.
Still you stand. How delightful.
Newlets. Looking for Newlets.
The
Get your
earth is
spread
mine
spots
to command.
preemptively if you are. 3 is north. DPS are stacking. Dodge Newlets first.
Pack of wolves.
Sports are day. Sports are day. Rotates. Rotates.
Getting a
Eminence in.
what?
Oh no.
Bullshit.
Hope and pray. Hope and pray kills a tank.
Let's see if they can stay standing.
Dragon heads. Almost. Buster? What's after this? Can you guys even practice the next bit? It's Moon Cleaver. You can practice it a little bit actually. Just try to cure through them if you can. Or whatever your thing is called. Holy
Clemency?
something. Clemency. Gosh, I was like, holy something. Alright, I'm gonna call the spots for you. We're at 2, and then 4. 2 and then 4. Sugar, pretend you have the stack. 1, 2 cleaves.
Oh no, that was
4.
too much for the challenger.
And then cardinals. Always cardinals after that. If you can, dodge towards your color cardinal. If you can think ahead, I will probably always forget that. Because then afterwards we do the wind stone mechanic. Followed by
Highly recommend sprint.
other stuff. Yeah. If anyone wants to throw out a word sprint, that'd be cool too. We got one more poll. Probably. If everyone's good for it. And then we'll call it. Just give it your best.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Winds, inner card.
There. I wonder if you
Eminent
can keep up.
in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Millennial Decay.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm.
Knockback immune.
The wind answers
Going
my
right.
call.
Counterclockwise.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
Gonna hurt a little bit. Missing one tower.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Hold our wings for a second here. Make sure we're good. I think we're probably fine here. One tick. One more hit. We're good.
3 easy.
I'll look back at what I was hitting there.
Must have hurt, but they're not out of the fight yet.
I think that was just a matter of the
Fenrir's
dodge I'm
power
trying to
can
do.
be wielded in surprising ways.
Gotta dodge into the bad. Might have just mistimed it.
Colossal thing come from?
On sprints, we are either at 2 or 4. 2. Revolution is out. Ads.
One right.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Check your colors. Odd one's out. Short yellow. Short green. Odd one's out. Check your angle. Short yellow. Short green. Odd one's out. Short yellow. Watch our health. Short green.
Bro, fucking speed popping. That was at 9 seconds.
We'll have
so.
7 seconds after the buffs come up.
Bear my biting wings.
Don't forget your mitt. Buffs out on the next. Good.
That's perfect.
Still you stand. How delightful.
Looking for Newless. That'll be our north.
The earth is mine to command.
3 is north. Sports are stacking. Dodge Newless.
Pack of wolves.
Oh, wait. Okay, we can dodge that. Sorry, DPS or A? Slightly over. We can't dodge into each other. Do I have to dodge north though, right?
No, you can dodge into each other.
Well, I dodged into 8th, and 8th dodged into me, and we blew each other up. I didn't know that that was how that snapshot, but it makes more sense, because the snapshot goes out after.
Me
I
and
don't know, I
Maze
was-
dodge into each other every time, though.
Yeah.
I don't think
know.
we killed each other.
Maybe you're just a little too quick.
We might be actually 2 gaming.
Yeah, you did both hit each other. What the hell? Huh.
I think it snapshots as everyone moves, but Eighth and I have like freedom of movement, so we're probably more likely to hit each other. Whereas like healers are going on their cast bars when the supports are doing it. That's probably what it is. Yeah, I'll look at it. We'll figure out something. If I dodge north, then I miss the boss for like a hit, so it's kind of weird. But I'm sure we could figure out something where like I dodge something different, maybe.
Worst case scenario, we could probably just dodge in at an angle, like you kind of move towards
Yeah,
the boss,
well,
I move away from the boss.
I want to say that, but there's a party in the middle that stacks, right? So I might just be forced to the outside or something.
No, I think they just die. That's fine.
Or maybe we just delay it, slide cast it. Either way, raid's over for today. Tomorrow, not gonna speak for Chase, but maybe he's in the thingamabob. You can confirm it for me, but gonna try, since Alan's gonna be out for tomorrow, to get myself on tank and my big tenacity set. See if Chase can fill in as a melee, just to get us some more practice into part 2 if possible. Should be able to do the tank stuff. I've watched you do it enough. Might need Sugar's help.
You don't
just
kill us.
I mean, I know how it works, and I know generally where to be, but I want to make sure. Might take me a second for how you guys do it, in case it's like true orientation, or if you guys have just been kind of sight reading each other. I know we talked about that earlier, but regardless, we'll figure it out later. But we're gonna try and run same normal time tomorrow. If anything changes, I will let you know. And then after tomorrow, should be open for PF stuff if people want to try and clear it. We're at that point now where it's pretty well forward in the fight that we can get groups that can maybe clear. So maybe on Friday, if there are people that want to try and group together, we can try to meet up on 8th or something. But anyway, that's the plans. GG's for tonight. Good job. Thanks, guys.
See you.
Good night.
Thanks for checking out the stream. For those that are on, we got the part 2, which is really cool. We'll try to see about running a bit tomorrow. If I can confirm a full list, I might stream it just for the sake of it. Probably for just more practice, if anything.
Hey, if you should install
But we'll see you there. Later, guys.
Fuck. Oh.